It is I, Rin Savinci again, the catalyst for this strange and dangerous adventure. After the heroes returned from the first foray into the ruins of Gauntlight, Samal sought healing from Vandi Banderdash, and the group agreed to meet me at night so I could read the stars. Samal arriving first, we came to an understanding, and our relationship, our friendship, grew a new blossom. As the others arrived, the cosmic caravan saw fit to provide me with the effects of the augury spell, revealing that entering the lighthouse at night would lead to great danger. Returning to Fogfen to see the strange glow at night for themselves, the heroes stayed the night in the outbuilding, and returning to the rest of the ruin in the morning, they find a half-eaten frog on the southwestern side. Entering an old watchtower, the party engaged with 2 giant flies. Samal taking a massive hit, going down hard, but is revived by Fizik. Tulak destroys the first fly with his magic missiles, and Fizik falls as well, but is swiftly avenged by Samal as he cuts the head from the final fly.
Well, all right, gentlemen, we have found ourselves at episode 6, the 6th episode of all. And I just want to know the most pressing philosophical quandary of our times. Would you rather fight 100 duck-sized horses or 1 horse-sized duck?
Come on, man.
I can't believe this is still a question.
Didn't Pliny the Younger
there's a clear
posit
answer
this
to
one?
Yeah.
It's so easy.
Okay, see, 2 of you think this is really easy. Scottrick, let's go.
Yeah, okay. I will kick this one off. It's clearly the 100 duck-sized horses.
Absolutely.
Because if you think about a horse's attack, it's going to be either a backwards kick or a chomp, and you can be the one kicking in this scenario. Yeah. A fucking horse-sized duck would be horrifying. The size of that beak, I am not interested in fighting anything that's the size of a horse or bigger.
Agreed. Well, like, completely agreed. It's like, you might as well have a Canada goose, literally nature's asshole, who you know, and they're like, what, as high as your knee? And they'll fuck you up. Like that, no question. So imagine one of those the size of a horse. Like, no way, No way. Ducks are assholes too, as far as I know.
James?
No, you guys are completely wrong. You're completely wrong.
Yes.
How?
Well, okay, first of all, as somebody who's been attacked and bitten by several Canadian geese, it doesn't hurt. It just it doesn't really feel like anything, because the duck bills aren't piercing bills. They're just clamping bills. So 1 versus 100, and horses can bite and kick and pee. Like, I would just like the action economy doesn't add up. You're gonna get swarmed. Like, when's the last time you fought a swarm of bees and won? Like, never. Absolutely never. But could you kill a horse by yourself? Yeah, you could.
There's a very important question here. Is if you have if you have a horse the size of a duck, does it run at the same speed as a horse? Or does it run the same speed as a duck?
It would scale.
Okay. Well, then I would still stick with the 100 duck-sized horses and just run. I'm reasonably sure I can
One
outrun
giant
a
duck
duck.
is going to be way easier to kill than 100 tiny horses.
I don't know, man. I'm a little husky, and I could get to stomping on them pretty good.
Stamina on
But
those
you could just
things.
jump on the duck's back and snap its neck.
Not that
You just uppercut a duck and kill it.
not that I'm here for equestrian murder. I'm just saying.
Equestricide, I believe. Is the term.
Ah, yes.
That term that we're all familiar with in our day-to-day lives.
yes. The very.
Ah, yes. It
very
was on the tip of my
brutal
tongue.
And
I
sobering.
would, you never
Equestricide.
ever choose the swarm. That's such bad odds. Look at zombies; they're super easy to kill, but you never choose multiple zombies. You never choose the swarm.
Yeah.
It's bad. It's a bad idea. You're gonna get swarmed. It's right there in the noun.
Unless they're horse-sized zombies.
I used to teach kids kickboxing and wrestling class when I was in my early 20s, and the best time of the class was free mats at the end when we would basically just tell them to come at us. And
Right,
We
but
just
that's not
beat
100.
that's true. That's
And
true.
remember, ducks have hollow bones. You could just kick it in the throat hard enough to crack its hollow spine.
Avian bones.
Oh, the old
Avian bones, man.
The old
Like,
avian bone tactic. It's not.
You gotta.
Doesn't matter the
consider every
size.
aspect.
The fragility still persists.
And to that
It would
point,
be, yeah. They're hollow.
it's a little bit weird to be having like a whole bunch of horse meat in your freezer. You could be having duck pancakes for the rest of your life off that one duck-sized horse-sized duck.
yeah.
Imagine the confit.
Imagine the confit.
It would be delicious.
You didn't think of the confit for a second, did you?
You know what? I love eating duck, and so I'm sad I missed the confit moment.
Confit is French, by the way, listeners. Just in case you were wondering.
What's it French for, Freeman?
Fuck if I know. Slow cook. That's why chefs have to answer questions. Shit like that. They get real annoyed. They roll their eyes. Why don't you know my menu? Like, I don't speak French. Shut up and tell me what it is.
It's cooked in its own fat, so
There
you
you
would
go.
render out duck fat and then cook the duck legs in the duck fat.
I'll never forget. I got a little side story. I'll never forget when I first worked in a restaurant with James, and we had a special on the board. I'll never forget this for the rest of my life. And on the board, someone had written the ingredients that James had written down for us to copy to the chalkboard. And one of the ingredients was, I believe it was called Yemis curatus, and something like that. So I turned to the sous chef at the time, Kevin, and I was like, what is that? And he's like, actually not really sure. I was like, you don't even know what it is? He's like, what the hell's Yemis curatus? Like, can we just, like, it's clearly another language, like, what? But everyone's going to ask 1,000 questions about it. Why are we writing it down that way? And then I just hear in the back hallway, James, it's cured egg yolk. It's just like, oh,
It's
shit.
called that because it's a specific type of curing method. Like, it's not just regular cured. It's buried in salt like bacon. The method doesn't... It's called Yemis curatus because it doesn't refer to the final product. It refers to the method to get to the final product, which is a lot of the problem with culinary.
Yeah. Regardless, it was a hilarious moment. I'll never forget it because I could hear the annoyance in your voice because I was like, "What the fuck are we saying Yemis curatus for?" Like, that's just gonna make my job so much harder having to explain it's a cured egg yolk and then explain what a cured egg yolk is on top of that, which ended up happening, by the way.
Could you Yemis curatus a horse-sized duck's egg?
Yeah. It would take
Yes, you could.
like 6 days, 7 days, but yeah, you could. Yeah, so it's buried in salt, and then it's rinsed, and then it's hung. They're really good. They're almost like they have the same general texture as fuzzy peaches, but you can grate them on like a micro.
Yeah, right. Yeah, I remember like watching you guys grate this egg yolk.
Yeah.
It was crazy.
So imagine
Yeah,
like
really cool.
like cheesing your carbonara with more egg yolk.
Yeah. So linguistic differences aside, I have no problem with the fact that it's another language, in case anyone's wondering that. It was just like, I knew right away, I'm going to have to explain this to people on a busy Friday night, and that's just, what a pointless step. But holy shit, was it cool.
The way you're thinking about it, it absolutely is. But the way I thought about it was maybe if they don't know, they're just not going to ask like most people. They're too afraid to seem like an idiot.
Yeah.
And then we can just tell it to
Right,
them.
yeah.
Says the back of house guy.
Yeah, right.
So I think what we're saying is the philosophical debate continues.
Well, speaking of pouring salt and curing things,
We're going
Horse
down.
physics is
Size
down.
Yeah, not oversized animals. You could have gone with that.
Yeah. No, I figured I'd stick with my terrible segues. Because what choice do I have, really? We're back in the game world, and physics has gone down. This is the first time someone's gone down for the second time. Holy shit. And things are not looking great. What do you guys want to do?
I believe Samal had withdrawn the potion and was about to administer.
Oh, yes.
Yeah. Administer is the kind word to say it.
Toss it in
So
face.
he'll yeah, I don't. Are these? I guess I've never been clear on this. Healing potions in this world are drank, right?
Yes. They
Okay, so yeah, he'll
must be ingested.
pour it gently into Physic's mouth and then gently rub his throat to ensure he swallows.
Yeah.
So intimate.
Yeah, this is getting spicy. I've got a 5.
Sounds that way, but it's not.
Sorry, that will be a 5 on the elixir of life from physics, so he is no longer unconscious.
Nice.
Yeah, no, he will wake up and go, oh, Mr. Belvedere. No, he'll wake up. He'll wake up very, very confused and just kind of like not sure what's happening, but crawl to his feet, see the dead flies surrounded by his new, let's call them friends, and say, are everybody okay?
Not even a little bit.
I am a little bit hurt, but mostly unscathed.
Okay.
You seem to have dealt with the issue.
Yeah, Physic will see.
Lots of facts.
Physic will see Samal over there and probably go ahead and attempt a heal wounds on him real quick, because that always
That'd be
works so
swell.
well.
I'm at 5 HP.
Yikes. So, oh my god, with a crafting instead of his medicine, which is better than his medicine, he rolls a 13, which fails.
Oh my god.
Okay.
Not again.
I think Samal's starting to think you want him to die.
Yeah.
Physic's starting to doubt his own motivations.
Do me now.
This is going to be
Natural
embarrassing
20.
for everyone.
Why bother? It's just going to be a crit.
It was a 22.
That's just a regular success. That's only 2d8 back.
Oh yeah, I'm sure you couldn't use anything like that. All for Samal, who's down a couple HP and just got 9 back.
I'm Tulok, and yes, I needed 5 of those.
I was just unconscious. He's still getting his bearings.
He's rattled.
So Samal's going to move back into the outer room and just kind of sit against this corner of the wall and break out his repair kit and take 10 minutes.
While he's doing that, Tulok is just going to kind of kick at this pile and just inspect to see if there's anything just in this pile of corpses.
Okay. Yeah, you don't see anything in the room other than the corpses, really. You could maybe try and climb to the trapdoor above, but it's a pretty daunting climb check, to be honest. And you can't tell from here if there's anything of value up top other than a vantage point, I guess.
Okay, I'd like to detect magic as well.
Yeah, still nothing.
And I rolled a 13 on my crafting check, which I believe you said the DC at 15 last episode. Is that right?
That is correct.
All right. So he does not heal his shield back up, and he just straps it to his back, just sits in the corner for a minute, just frustrated with everything.
Yeah.
Again, he's kind of brooding at this point. Like, he doesn't feel like he can catch a break.
So Sage Tulok is walking towards Samal, but on his way over, kind of gently puts his hand on the shoulder of Physic and says, "Physic, my friend, how are you feeling right now? You took a hard hit there."
I don't think any of us are doing great, but, we'll have to get through.
Tulok pulls a healing potion out of his bandolier and hands it to Samal.
He looks grateful, but he pulls the one out of his bandolier and drinks it instead. Not out of like animosity to Sage Tulok, but more like it's going to be easier when I go down again for you to reach the one on your person instead of the one on my person.
Yeah, I might actually make you roll the 1d2 next time.
Yeah.
Sage looks down at him, nods, and says, "Samal, did you have a grappling hook in your backpack?"
He reaches back and pulls the grappling hook out of his pack. Yeah.
And Tulok takes it and heads back into the room.
Okay.
Physic's gonna down another elixir of life, because he is not looking too hot. 6 more HP.
You could treat wounds on yourself too.
Oh, heal thyself, eh? Can
You can patch yourself up.
could backtrack that a little bit and try that first?
Sure.
I'm gonna feel so bad if Samal's the only one this never works on. Oh,
He's doomed to die.
no, I got an 8, so I guess it's just Sage that's getting this.
Oh, man.
Yeah, that would have been a 2 on the die. That's what you want.
Oh, man. That's close. As if natural 1, it would have been automatic critical failure. You would have hurt yourself.
Yep, and I got all kinds of room to do that.
Oh, man. All right, Sage, what are you getting up to?
Sage walks into the room with the grappling hook in his hand and is going to attempt to throw it up into the trapdoor.
Okay. That is a secret attack roll, isn't it?
Yes, sir.
Okay, interesting. Okay.
Sorry, should I be rolling a...
Oh, you're not rolling.
Okay.
You give it the old college try. Give it a little lasso swing and throw it up and catch it right in the perfect spot of that open portion of the trapdoor above. Give it a yank, and it seems real sturdy.
All right. So, metagaming, that either means that I nailed it or I'm about to fall as I go halfway up this rope.
Go all secret checks.
Yeah, he's going to put all his weight on it, check to see if it is good to go, and then if it is, he is going to attempt to climb, and he's just going to say, "I'm just going to take a quick look up here. I wonder why these bugs were coming from above. Please, watch my back."
Samal spits out a mouthful of blood, and from like his seated position around the corner is just, "Are you sure you should be taking point, lad?"
You rest for a moment. If there's any issues, I'll come straight back down.
Quick point of order, too. There is a bit of like how easy it is to climb kind of depends on the situation, of course, and your
Yes.
level of proficiency. You are not trained in athletics, are you?
I am not.
This trapdoor is very much in the center of the room, or the center of the roof. So it's a straight climb up the rope. It's likely beyond your capabilities. You're pretty sure you've nailed the landing on the grappling hook, but it's a tough climb. without
Okay.
having like swinging back and forth across the room to use the walls. But that's really precarious.
Redact everything I just said.
Well, Samal would be a good climber.
Yeah, that's what I was going to say. So, when Samal says that, Samal, perhaps I shouldn't be going point on this. I must confess, I'm not much of a climber. Maybe once you're feeling better, you can take point. That being said, I don't know how sturdy I've put this grappling hook up here, but it does feel strong.
Samal lets out a sigh and a long breath and stands up. He's feeling a little bit better. And then makes his way into the room. Gives the rope a hard tug, all of his weight behind it, to make sure it's stuck there.
It's stuck real good.
And then he starts climbing.
Roll me in athletics.
Sage Tulok would like to stand underneath to break his fall if he falls.
Okay.
And this is where Physic's gonna drink that elixir that he didn't drink before. And that's 6 HP back.
Nice.
Nice. And I rolled you a secret athletics check there, Freeman.
Okay. And
I don't know if it's supposed to be secret or not, but I did.
Yeah, I can't remember if it's secret or not. I don't think climbing is.
I think you would know how well he's doing at climbing.
Yeah, fair enough. You given the rope and the sturdiness and everything, you are feeling pretty weary, but you are managing to make your way up. However, you only really get about 5 feet with that initial roll, and we're talking about 30 feet up. And this is the nitty gritty of Pathfinder and things like climb and swim checks. You got to go bits at a time.
All right, he'll keep going. That's a 19 on the second one.
19, yeah, another 5 feet.
I can only imagine the fall gets more precipitous as you go in terms of how bad it is.
Yup.
Falling less than 5 feet isn't going to hurt anybody, so... 14 on the next one.
Another 5, that's 15 feet.
26.
Oh, that's a critical success.
Better be. It's a 19 on the die.
Which I believe gives you, basically it makes you go double the amount, I'm pretty sure. So 10 feet, puts you at 25.
And a 19.
And you make it to the top. And I'll just hand wave the fact that you're getting through the trapdoor and you crawl out onto this very precarious sodden roof. And you get, just going to move you... You get a good view of the water over to the west. And you also see a busted and broken down sort of boathouse and pier. And you see an island to the north with a bridge that is also leads towards it. And this busted up pier on the island and the mainland proper. And there seems to be even more to this ruin than you would have suspected. And even you, in the daytime at this vantage point, can see the shimmering blue light at the top of the lighthouse.
Do I need to athletics my way down the rope?
Nah.
Alright, so he...
Roll a fortitude for rope burn as you slide down the rope.
He slides down the rope pretty easily and conveys all this to Physic and Tulok, that there's an island, a broken pier, a shattered boathouse just up the way, and that the blue light doesn't disappear with the daylight, it just kind of fades.
Interesting. It makes me question the reading we had from Rin. If the light is there during the day, what advantage could we have during the day as well?
Didn't you just say it was bad to go at night?
Yeah, she said it was bad to go at night. So does that mean it's good to go during the day?
I don't see in the dark, Tulok.
Yes, so mayhaps the day is the best time to go. But don't you worry. I have a way to make you see in the dark. To provide you with light.
He just lights your hair on fire.
You wish, Bard. All right.
So they make their way back into the main room, I guess.
Sure.
Into the dead frog room?
Well, there's a door to the north, the broken stairway, and a hole, and then this, where Samal would have told you leads to the shattered wall of the boathouse.
I don't think I was clear before with the hole. It's like in the ceiling. You can't really get to it. It's not like a hole in the wall or some secret entrance or anything like that. The description was kind of vague on that, but yeah, it's just like a sodden hole in the moss-covered hole in the ceiling where all the everything is collapsed down and made this room full of rubble and difficult terrain.
Okay, and Samal will pull out his grappling hook and his rope.
Shall we head north then?
Still a little beat up, but not seeing many other option. Lead the road.
Samal spits blood and slings his shield on his back.
How is Samal looking? Like, is he down a lot still?
He's bloodied. Yeah, I'm at half HP and my shield is broken. So like I am damn near the worst condition I've ever been in this adventure.
So
That's saying a lot.
Tulok will offer Samal again the healing potion from his bandolier. You may need this more than me right now.
I, James, as a player, appreciate what you're doing, and I want to take it. My concern is that when Freeman hits me, he only crits me. So, like, it just feels like it's going to be a waste of that healing potion.
That's
I wish I was joking. Like, the spider crit me, this fly crit me, and then they both just regular hit me. So the next combat we enter, mathematically, the first strike against me is going to be a crit.
at least one Mitflit crit you, I think, as well, at some point. I could be wrong.
Exactly.
But yeah.
So, like, the first strike against me in every combat we've been into, or so it feels, has been a critical hit. So, like, that's why I'm loath to use up that resource. It's not that I don't want it. It's just, mathematically, Samal's going to get crit again.
But would Samal take it? That's the important thing. He's feeling like shit. He could use it.
Yeah, he'd probably take it.
Yeah,
So, yeah, okay, I'll take it from you.
That's what's important.
Tulok doesn't know what a crit is, so he holds it, like, to your chest until you take it.
Alright. What is that, 1d8?
Yep.
Max, that's alright.
Nice. All right.
And he is going to... He's going to insist that they take another 10 minutes. While he tries to repair his shield again. Now that he's kind of got his wherewithal back, his senses back, he can kind of see straight again now that he's not at 5 HP. He's going to insist that they take another 10 minutes while he breaks out his little tiny anvil and his hammer and tries to hammer out some of these dents in his shield.
Yikes.
That is a 9 on the die, so no shield for Samal. So he keeps following you.
Yeah, little known fact, listener, that the Abomination Faults Adventure Path comes with loaded dice. Yeah,
And hates James.
I'm just joking, Paizo. Don't be mad at us.
It's more of a Foundry thing because a Foundry's got we're rolling in Foundry and it's got an algorithm built in.
Yeah.
The algorithm sucks.
Yeah. While
I
James
rolled one natural 20.
Well, it's a known commonly used algorithm, and I can say I watched a video a little while ago that talks about the algorithm specifically being used, and it's actually, unless you're 100% guaranteed that your die is fully balanced, this algorithm is technically more random. But if you have a properly balanced die, it's definitely more random. But it's actually for a cheap/free algorithm, it's extremely good. But a true random number generator is unbelievable amount of cost.
You can't conceivably make
and
one.
have the rights to. Yeah, near truly random ones exist, but they're not like, as far as I know, not completely true, but very close kind of thing. but they cost a lot of money. So, in any case,
While Samal is packing up his small anvil and hammer, Tulok would like to listen at the door as well as detect magic.
okay. And you have a listen, and it's very, very quiet.
And detect magic?
Do you detect magic? It's a good question.
That's a yes.
I think it's a yes. I actually, oddly enough, don't know, but I think it's a yes.
Well, that's perplexing.
There's something. There is definitely something. I'm actually not sure if it's magical by nature off the top of my head.
Well, he did roll a 20 on his perception, so maybe he just hears something.
He doesn't hear anything, that's for sure.
This is as far as I can...
Yeah, no, I'm not sure. But I think I'm going to go with yes. And maybe we'll talk about it after. But
Okay, so Tulok would like to drop into kind of a more stealthy position, and he turns to his allies and says, I believe there's something magic behind this door. Samal, please lead the way, but be wary.
Small is going to put his axe back in the loop, step up, and draw the trident.
ooh, he's got the trident.
And open the door.
Very nice. And you crack the door. And this one actually kind of stays on its hinges, oddly enough. You step into a room where the collapsed ceiling is at the center of the room, and it's left a ragged hole in the roof. There are rotten tapestries, and their designs all over the room are totally obscured by mold and hang in tatters along all of the walls and in between arrow slits. And there are ruined side tables all over the place as well. In the center remains a fancy dining table that is pulverized by the ceiling that has fallen. But that's it. It's a room destroyed and rotten.
I may not be used to your architecture, but I can't imagine building a room with this many window slits and then filling it with such beautiful tapestries. I think this may have been a converted dining room as opposed to the original purpose, which would have been defense. And he steps a little further into the room.
And by the way, I've managed to correct myself. You definitely detect magic.
Okay, Tulok follows, avoiding notice.
Physic will also follow, avoiding notice. Is there any kind of recall knowledge you could do on the tapestries?
Perhaps. But as you venture forward,
Oh, great.
Samal steps into the rubble in the center of the room. And as he does, a howl of multiple voices can be heard. In fact, it's a venerable vortex of howls and screams as ghostly kobolds rise from the center of the rubble by the dining table and shriek out, echoing across all of the walls and the ceiling, what's left of it, and ring through all of your ears. And we're gonna roll for initiative, but I need everyone to roll me a will save first.
Oh my god.
Ooh, boy.
I'm very bad at those.
I'm an expert. Ooh, critical 25, baby.
Oh, very nice.
Oh, nat 1.
That's
very not nice at all.
That is not good.
Yeah, I'm
That is
not.
a 17 on the die for a 20 for Samal.
Okay.
For
Tulok.
the listeners, Duncan is rubbing his face in nervousness,
I think he's rubbing away tears, actually.
anticipation.
Shame, dread, and fears. It's all of those.
They stack.
They stack.
Those are stacking penalties and or bonuses.
Goodness.
All right, Seishulok, critical success. You are unaffected, and you are temporarily immune to what effect is about to happen to the rest of your party for 24 hours. You are golden. Samal, success. However, you are still frightened 1 as this happens.
Yeah, okay.
Frightened essentially gives you -1 to pretty much everything, but for each value, I think it's for every turn that you finish, it drops by 1. So you will spend the rest of your next turn frightened 1 for sure. And Physic, I'm so very sorry to say, you critically failed.
Frightened 7 somehow.
Frightened 7?
That was the joke.
I didn't get it.
It's okay.
Okay. Physic. I'm sorry to say, you're not just frightened 3, but you're also confused for 2 rounds. Confused means you are flat-footed, and you don't treat anyone as your ally. You cannot delay, ready, or use reactions at all. You can only use all of your strikes or all of your actions to strike or cast offensive cantrips, and otherwise different things to facilitate attacks. You're allowed to draw a weapon and that sort of thing. But otherwise, each time you take damage, you can attempt a DC 11 flat check to end this condition.
Okay.
That's it.
Well, that's awesome. That's why I walked into this.
That's
room.
brutal.
Isn't it though?
Oh my god.
This is
We're all
called
gonna die.
There's a reaction of this event called Confusing Confrontation. And I need everyone's initiative now. What do we got? Physic, what do you got?
4. There's a 3 on the
He's
deck.
having a bad
Actually, that's good for us.
day.
Yeah.
He's having the worst day of his
Please
life.
fix this before I have to do anything.
Samal.
That is a 14 total.
Okay.
10 on the die.
Tulak.
Stupid frightened condition.
22.
Oh, very nice, very nice.
Rolling with stealth. I assume that's okay, as I was stealth.
Assuming you said so, I don't recall, but
Yes, sir.
I trust you? -1.
Oh, he was avoiding notice.
All right, Tulak, you're up. You're first to go. A vortex of kobold ghosts have risen up from this center rubble and are screaming and howling. What do you do?
It's one vortex, not vortices, right?
Shut up. What do you got, Tulak?
So there's just kobold ghosts spinning around?
Yeah, they've just spun around, and then now they're just screaming and hollering, and yeah, it's quite the scene.
Oh man. I really don't know what to do here.
I'll tell you what. This sort of thing will happen every so often, and again, new thing for the system. I will accept a recall knowledge check of some kind. I will accept a religion recall knowledge check, if you like.
If I were to guess, Scott, I would say that this is a haunt.
Yeah, I was thinking
We
haunt
need to
too,
find
but
out the
I was...
trigger.
I'll take
Yeah.
religion or society.
Okay, so Tulak would like to do a recall knowledge religione.
Okay. And as always, if you have a lore you would like to do instead, you're welcome to try and argue for it.
I just have fortune-telling lore, which I don't think necessarily would work here.
Okay, cool. So you want me to roll a religion, you said?
Yes. I rolled it by accident already, but...
Okay, no. Secret check. I'm doing it. Oh! You know for a fact this is a haunt. You've read about this sort of thing for sure. And it looks to be a particularly dangerous one to you. And you know that if you give your best effort, you actually think you might know how to exorcise these spirits with a religion check. If you use a religion, the knowledge you have of religion, you might be able to exercise them and end this danger right away.
Okay.
So that recall knowledge is your first action. Next action, you can try a religion check if you like. You're pretty damn confident.
I would like to do that.
Or, sorry, you rolled a natural 20, so I'm also going to give you this. You think maybe you could also intimidate them into stopping what's happening. These spirits.
That works a lot more for me.
So you feel like exercise these spirits, or really like show them that you're not to be messed with, and it might work.
Show them not to be messed with.
Okay.
So, yeah. Tulok just walks in. This all happens. He tries to figure out in his mind what's going on. He's heard about things like this, and he spreads his hands wide, and purple sparks start to come out of his hands, and he looks towards these ghosts. He says, "Spirits, you should depart this place now, or we shall send you not to your grave, not to an afterlife, but more, a worse situation than this. We will send you to eternal damnation, and this will look like a playground to you. Your soul will never repent, and you will spend all time in pain and agony."
What'd you roll?
It is a 19.
And they stop, floating in place, looking around for a second as this vortex slowly winds down, and all of their faces turn towards you, Sage Tulok. And they sink back into the rubble and disappear.
I like that.
Holy shit.
For the record, I think I rolled that for you, and it would have been much higher had I clicked religion, because I clicked performance just to see whether or not I could roll it for you, and it happened.
Yeah, and also, it was supposed to be intimidation. Actually, my religion is one lower than that. It should have been intimidation, which would have been 3 more.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, sure. But yeah, I guess keep in the back of your heads, if it's a recall knowledge or a perception check, pretty much secret. Otherwise, roll it open or ask.
Okay.
Just moving forward. And, yeah, you've cleared the room
Okay, that was...
of apparently all danger. Physic, how you feeling? You're still a little bit confused?
A little foggy, yeah.
Roll me a flat check real quick. Flat D20.
Flat D20, okay. An 8.
Still confused. Not even sure who Samal and Tulak are.
Where the hell are you? Where the hell am I? Probably not even that lucid, huh? Just like, what the fuck is going on?
Yeah, pretty much. Go ahead and roll me another one. Jesus. You rolled like 10 in a row.
Let's go to my second one, which was a 5.
Okay. Well, we're just gonna hand wave this. The hunt's done, but like you spend a little time just like super flabbergasted and confused with what's going on. But your frightened condition like falls off after a couple of rounds worth, and you no longer are confused. And you're not even really sure what happened in this room at the end of the day.
And he may never will, and he may never want to.
Tulok would like to search the area and
Sure.
just see if there's anything in here or reasons why they were there.
Yeah, I mean, you start looking around, and it seems really there's nothing really to discern from the tapestries. They're covered in mold and like can barely be seen in any detail, and anything in this room really. But where those spirits come from, you get the feeling that maybe something is under this rubble, and you take a look around, and you can clearly see some dead bodies, skeleton, maybe a little bit of flesh left over. But something that's been rotting for a while, and it becomes pretty clear after a little bit that a number of creatures died in this room. at the same time. And searching through the rubble, you spend more and more time, and it takes about 30 minutes worth of investigating to uncover a total of what appear to be 6 kobold skeletons. But amongst their bodies, you do find some interesting loot, if you will.
All right, so looking through the loot, Tulok finds a caltrop snare, an unusual object, an unusual liquid, 3 gold pieces, and 20 silver pieces.
While you're unburying dead kobolds, Samal attempts to repair his shield again and rolls a 20. So his shield is now back to operation.
All right.
Nice. We need that.
Yep.
The unusual object you find is, in fact, a tooth, a canine tooth of sorts. But it's bound in a strip of leather and tied to a buckle, which makes it stand out. And the unusual liquid is a green color. And there is a note written on the side of it that says "Yum," Y-U-M. So the unusual object, the canine, will take a recall knowledge check. Based on magic. The liquid itself could also take that, but it could also take a crafting check if you like.
I hand the liquid to Physic and say, Physic, perhaps you will have an idea what this is.
And Physic would take it, uncork it, and smell it and do that crafting check.
You know it is. You know exactly what it is. Critical success, in fact. It is a vial of black adder venom. That "yum" on the side is very much misleading.
Well,
this is a poison, an alchemical poison.
He will tuck that straight in the bandolier for future life-threatening situations.
Okay.
All right. So the unusual object, what type of magic recall knowledge would you like?
Any
Occult?
you like.
Arcana?
Any you like. Which one are you going for?
Oh, sorry. That is occult, and I rolled that secret for you.
Okay. And, yeah, you know this to be... I mean, it's a pretty aptly named thing. It's called a wolf fang. It is a common, consumable magic talisman. You basically, as a free action, use what's called Envision. And the trigger is when you successfully trip a foe. So the requirement on it is that you are trained in athletics to be able to use, but this wolf canine basically allows you to deal bludgeoning damage equal to your strength modifier to the target of your trip. And if your trip would already deal physical damage, that doesn't include the modifier. You just add your strength damage to the modifier. It's an interesting little thing you can attach to a belt buckle or a piece of armor or something like that. Talismans are a very deep sort of system in Pathfinder 2nd Edition. You can attach it and they're consumable. I can't remember off the top of my head how long they last for exactly, but yeah. It's the sort of thing that can be useful to anybody, depending on what talisman is made.
Great.
Attached.
So, Tulok will take this talisman, and he turns to Samal as he's finishing up with his shield, and says, "Samal, I think that this will come in handy for you. If you ever try to trip an opponent, it will help you out in injuring them on the way down."
He stows his little tiny hammer and his little tiny anvil, and he just nods at Tulok. I appreciate it.
And then I guess
he hangs the talisman on his shield.
Nice. Equal split of gold and silver pieces.
So yeah, you've got 1 gold each and then 20 silver pieces to split up, plus the caltrop snare.
All right. I don't need the caltrop, so whoever wants that.
I don't think I can use the snare, so I'm out.
I mean, the last snare went to Physic, so...
Yeah, and he left it behind at the door, and it's probably just sitting there, like hit some random rat that ran through or something. So he'll take this one.
Probably. All right, so everyone get themselves 1 gold, and how do you want to split with 20 silver?
I take 6 silver and hand them both 7.
Okay.
Physic will make it seem like he wanted to give it back, but he knows he needs that silver, so he's actually just gonna kind of like halfway pass it and then put it in his satchel.
All right,
All right,
1
you've,
gold, 7 silver.
Physic, how are you feeling?
I've been better. If we can take a few minutes here, maybe we can all heal up.
Well, it's been 30 minutes for Tulok to uncover all those bodies, so you have plenty of time to treat wounds.
Has it been 30 minutes? Because I did it in the other room. But
Yeah,
I mean,
it
if
was
we
a 30-minute to dig through the rubble, yeah.
Okay, so if we can just spend the rest of the time from getting to that other room to here, wait out the hour.
Sure.
So he will treat wounds on himself. Oh, for a 20. Yay. How are you looking there, Samal?
I'm okay. We don't have any consumable healing left, but I'm at 18 to 20 and my shield's back, so
Well, it's not-
I got no complaints.
If we want to take the extra 10 minutes, it probably couldn't hurt walking into these encounters not busted up at all.
Up to you, man.
Okay, well, I got 10 HP back myself, brings me back to my max, and then, yeah, we can take the extra 20 and get Samal up to where he needs to be. I say that now, I haven't yet rolled.
Yeah, oh god.
Why did I say that? Oh god.
Maybe he can do it.
Oh!
Samal is impossible.
There's a 2 on the die. For a
Dude, that is nuts.
It would be funny if it didn't keep trying to get him killed.
Oh, man.
Listeners, James has hung
Okay.
his head, abandoning all hope.
That's so close to a critical fail, dude. Like,
Yeah, it's a natural 2 for him. He only crit fails on a natural 1, thankfully.
thankfully, yeah.
That's 2 natural 2s in the last 3 medicine checks.
Yeah.
Yeah. Samal just is starting to think you don't understand human physiology, which is understandable because you are a goblin. But you clearly don't get how humans work.
He's not going to because he's just piecing things together as he goes.
I guess that must
not
be
educated.
it. Jesus Christ.
There's a reason they called early day surgeons cutters.
Yeah.
Samal is just gonna kick this door open.
Okay, kicks the door open. Back to the old hallway.
Then he'll look to the other 2 for where they want to go next. There's the boathouse, and then there are the 3 sets of doors on the north wall.
Samal, as you step out and look around to kind of make sure everything's okay, and you probably peer towards the lighthouse base itself, and then you go to look at your comrades for what direction they want to go in. You spot a little something in the corner over here by the wall. Something that seems a bit askew in the wall itself. Very specifically draws your attention. Like a section of the stone doesn't quite match up with the grid shape it should.
He will go and cautiously investigate.
And taking a look at that piece of stone, you put your hand on it, and you realize that with a little bit of effort, it slides a little bit from side to side.
He slides it from side to side.
And you slide it a little to the left, a little to the right, a little to the left. You realize the left doesn't quite have a lot of room, but when you push it with a little extra effort to the right, and the door slides to the side, all the way into the wall, and this little room, this alcove, barely larger than 5 feet square, reveals itself to you. And you see there's nothing really inside except for several grooves in the stone, which appear to be caused by what looks like determined and deliberate scraping. Anyone can roll me an Arcana or an Occultism.
Here comes Occultism. That is a 24 for Samal with a 19 on the die.
Ooh, yeah, DC 18. You know pretty much immediately that the purpose of this room was once used for a teleportation circle. However, centuries ago, it appears fortune hunters stripped it of the much-needed silver that is used to carve the appropriate runes for this room. The damage is definitely done, and this will no longer function as a teleportation circle. Cannot be recovered or reactivated. Give that a little extra tidbit because you rolled so high. A strange little curious room to have on the side, for sure.
Gentlemen, I think this used to be a teleportation circle. I don't think it could be activated anymore, but keep your eyes peeled for more closets like this. Perhaps we can find one that we can activate and see where it goes.
Ah, that could come in handy, I suppose.
Depending on where it leads, I guess.
As long as it doesn't teleport something in, I'm okay.
This does appear to be quite the curious building, between those kobolds crushed to death in the last room and a teleportation circle so close to Atari.
The magic here definitely belies its original purpose, Tulak, but hopefully you can help us decipher what it used to be.
I'll do my best, Samal, but at this point it's just confounding me.
Well, forward then. Which door is next?
So right immediately north of you, as you said earlier, James, there's 3 northern doors. The one closest right now is the one that leads directly into the lighthouse. There's a single standing door on its own, a little more central, but to the east of you. And then again, the double doors that are covered in rubble, but there's a hole over top of them. You just got to climb up and look, or climb in.
I suppose we should continue the way we have been. Clear the whole floor before we go up. Also, those buildings that we saw outside, we should definitely check those first too.
So which door do you want to hit first, guys? The standalone or the double door with the mid-flip?
I think the standalone.
Yeah, standalone.
Alright, Samal will make his way over to the standalone door in the center. And take a look at its structural integrity now that he's got his shield back up. If it looks like it's going to be soft, he's just going to push it open with his shield like the last one.
Yeah, it looks pretty not great.
He draws his axe in anticipation. He's kind of got the feeling that there's going to be a lot more danger in here than he initially thought. So he makes kind of a show of drawing the axe and then swings it behind him to kind of point at Tulak, and then over his shoulder at Physic to gesture for them to be ready as well.
He's leading the charge. I love it. All right. Are you going to kick it down, or
I would like to
gently open
present
it?
the opportunity for Tulak and Sage to say if they're going to do anything before I do anything.
Oh, sure. Yeah.
I am good to go. I got my mage armor going. I got my knife in my hand. I am ready to rock. Let's get it.
Physic's good.
Good as it'll ever be.
Pushes that door open.
And it crumbles, comes away, as you would expect with most of these doors.
Real quick complaint about this. So you're telling me that this place is full of mitflits that have been apparently moving around in here, and yet every single door crumbles when we touch it?
Yes, because their main entrance was main mode of travel from the entrance was actually that vine across the pond to start. So they didn't really ever use the bridge. They probably scrambled and climbed in via a lot of the arrow slits, used that vine to climb across. You'll notice that on the stone bridge, the doors didn't crumble. They were sturdy enough to stay open, so they could use those back and forth. Plus, they had all these open walls and stuff to circumvent everywhere.
All right. I guess that's an answer.
You are correct.
So mitflits are liquid, and they just go through the little cracks and stuff. We don't have to worry about it.
Yeah.
Trust me, I thought about all this. It's like, which ones do I make crumble and which ones don't? So I've been trying to keep it realistic at some point. But you step into this room, and you can see that the ceiling has collapsed, mostly in the southwest corner, and the walls bear several shelves, and there are books and papers everywhere, but they are, they've been rotted long ago, to the point of ruin. And there is also a desk and chair, sort of in an alcove to the northeast.
Okay. I would like to search this room. Anything on the bookshelves?
You don't see anything on the bookshelves. Any other part you want to search?
Secret doors, or just looking at the walls to see if anything is out of the ordinary. Maybe scanning the rubble pile.
Sure. You don't see anything along the western walls and whatnot along the rubble.
Samal will take a look at the desk in the corner.
Sure. Yeah, you search the desk and you pretty much almost immediately find a hidden drawer that's been exposed from the rotting of the desk.
Ooh.
And inside are 3 vials of liquid.
Ooh.
One of them is purple, one of them is red, and one of them is a purpley blue.
He steps back and motions to the chest to Physic and Tulok, or the drawer to Physic and Tulok.
I detect magic on the bottles.
Yeah, there's definitely some magic emanating in the area.
Your show, Physic.
Physic.
Yeah, I guess Physic will do his thing and try to take a little uncork, a little sniff, and a little identify of these bottles using some crafting checks.
Heck yes. Which one do you want to do first, the purple, the red, or the purpley blue?
Ooh, let's
call
go
it
red.
lilac.
Yeah, let's start with red. We'll start with the primary color.
We're going red? Okay.
I would like to aid.
Sure.
Physic rolled a 13.
I do not aid.
Yeah, you're not sure unless you want to try an aid there, Tulok. I don't know if can you aid untrained? Are you trained in crafting?
No, definitely not.
No, you can't quite identify the red one.
Okay,
Unfortunately.
so stick that in the back pocket. Not literally, we'll work out the mechanics of that in a minute.
I'll throw it in your inventory.
Next, let's go to lilac.
Okay.
Another 13.
Oh boy.
Yeah, going well.
I'm gonna toss another 8 out there, maybe. See what happens.
Yeah, I will. I did not aid.
Sheesh.
Okay. Not having any luck.
Is
with
8 a
these.
20?
15.
15. Okay.
That doesn't make this whole situation any better at all. Okay, I guess we're on to purple. With a 15.
15 is
I got
exactly
an
what you
18
needed.
to 8, so 17.
Nailed it. Actually, an 8 only gives you a +1 unless you critically succeed.
16.
And you have found yourself a comprehension elixir. This bitter draft opens your mind to the potential of the written word. For the listed duration after drinking this elixir, You can understand any words you read so long as they are written in a common language. This elixir doesn't automatically allow you to understand codes or extremely esoteric passages. You will need an attempt to a skill check at decipher writing, and the duration is 1 minute.
Okay. So
Okay.
can I do something here that I normally wouldn't? I don't think I'd normally be able to do.
What's that?
Since I aided, I know I can't technically roll on this, but I just realized that I have a specific feat called Crafter's Appraisal. So I can discern magical effects as well by using a crafting skill instead of identify magic.
Okay, interesting. I've also just realized that maybe this isn't... At least that one's not magical, I don't think.
Yeah, that's just an alchemical item.
It's got the alchemical trait, but not the magic trait.
Yeah.
But I'm just going to try and check the other ones as well.
So if any of the other ones are magical, I can use crafting to identify them.
And they are in the same boat, it appears.
Okay. Alchemical.
They both have the alchemical trait, yes, and neither of them have the magic trait. So I was just looking at other traits to see if they imply any magic, and it doesn't appear that way.
Okay. All good.
So I was mistaken. None of these are magical. They're all alchemical.
All right.
So take your detect magic back, Scott. Not interested.
Okay.
Well, that makes my embarrassing rolls that much worse. Awesome.
Well, you've had loads of those already, so you must be used to it by now.
Yeah, it never stops hurting.
All right, I just threw that comprehension elixir into your inventory as well, so you have two other unidentified ones there, but maybe down the line.
Same with the back door. Gestures to the gents, looks at its integrity, and if it is structurally unsound, he will tap it again with the shield.
Yeah, looks like it's not looking pretty great. And it comes away.
He steps in.
And you step into a room that is triangular in shape, and seems like it maybe was at one time quite comfortable, but years of rain and exposure to the elements through the 2 arrow slits in this room basically have, everything's just become quite ruined. There's a divan, armoire, and tapestries along the walls that have all fallen to decay. A pretty large one that's kind of it's in the corner tapestry-wise, but you can't really see much of anything
Okay.
on the tapestry itself. You can't make out any details.
He will step out of the room for Tulok and Physic to search it and kind of go guard the door of the anteroom here.
Sure. Any particular place you want to search there, Tulok?
Just
Physic?
the furniture to begin with, I guess.
Sure. Yeah, you actually, when you look under that divan, you actually find right away a ring of 6 iron keys that have succumbed to rust, as well as 2 bronze keys that appear to be usable.
All right. I found some keys here. I hope they come in handy. Could save us a little bit of time in the future.
And to the southeast here, the southeast here, is this like a bookcase? I missed that.
It's an armoire.
An armoire.
But it's opened up and already like kind of destroyed, and there's nothing inside. Maybe a couple pieces of decaying moldy cloth, that sort of thing.
And don't forget to check that tapestry in the corner there that Freeman pointed out. Metagaming wise, the fact that he pinged it tells me that it's probably important.
Yeah. And
It might be.
Tulok will take a peek at the tapestry and also behind the tapestry.
And it looks like it oddly enough, you feel like you can tell that it once was really, really detailed and probably quite lovely. But it seems strange that it would be in the corner of this triangular room. Like, there's not a real good viewing spot for it here, especially where the divan's sitting. And so as you kind of scan the area and look at the walls, sure enough, you find a secret door. Right where the tapestry appears to have once hung. and it opens to a very, very tiny room. But on this side of the wall, it's quite obvious that there's a second secret door that leads to a room yonder to the east, which would be north of those double doors with the rubble.
Right.
In fact, the second door here looks like it's ever so slightly ajar already. Just the tiniest bit.
Small, come take a look at this. I found another secret door. Perhaps you should lead. I recall the mitflit we saw the other day. Try to escape in this general direction, so there must be something behind here. And he steps back.
Samal will step up, and if he gets a glance at the tapestry, I'd love to roll a mercantile lore on it, or a crafting lore to see if it's like of any value or any history that he might be able to pull from it.
Right, big tapestry guy himself.
So you make the call on that there, boss?
I mean, I can just tell you right away, it is too decayed to be of any value whatsoever. You can't even recognize what would have been on it, where it would have come from, what make it was. It is, yeah.
He should be able to identify it by the type of fabric, but yeah, okay.
Sure. I mean, I don't even know what tapestries are generally made of, so you tell me.
I don't know. I'm not the game master. Okay. He'll step up and kind of gesture physic with his axe to maybe keep an eye outside the further room. Samal believes that this is going to be a back entrance to this room here. And if they go in and they surprise these creatures or whatever's in there, they might make a break for it. So he suggests that maybe Physic takes up a watch point here or somewhere further in that room, or Tulak even, so they can see outside that door in case anything goes to flee.
Yeah, could Physic take the scout action at that entryway down there?
Yeah. So you're gonna loop around to the south where those.
Yep.
Is that what you're doing? Okay.
Yes. Yeah, the place we saw them go in over the rubble.
Yeah.
Split the party. Okay. Not what I thought was going to happen, but I like it.
Okay. That's what I thought you were saying, so I was asking. Yeah.
Oh, I was saying like pick a place like here, so we can see out the door.
Okay,
Right.
well, I was thinking maybe more like behind the corner. So
No,
if
it's
they're
cool, man. You do you go over wherever you think Physic would go with Samal's direction.
Physic's wild boy.
He's not telling
Yeah,
you what to do. He's just kind of motioning you with his axe. He's trying to stay as quiet as possible here.
yeah, he would probably have maybe misinterpreted the situation and gone all the way to the corner around from where the rebels piled up. So they might not see him right away if they start piling out of there. But I'd like to guess, could I take cover from there and see if they file out?
And Samal will, quietly as he can, ideally rolling stealth, try and open this door on the other side.
Okay. Sure. So you're gonna open the door. We could say like avoiding notice while opening the door.
Yeah, it's definitely not sneak, because I do not want to roll stealth for my initiative.
And you crack the door, but something appeared to have been jammed into that slight ajar point, and that something is actually a corpse. And it clatters down to the ground with a bit of a racket, but nothing crazy. And the way it falls, it appears as though it had its like fingers possibly in the wedge, but died in that position somehow.
Tulak is looking over his shoulder, trying to take a peek at what type of corpse it is.
He will just whisper to Tulak, I don't care for this already.
That sounds nightmarish.
It appears to be human. Possibly a thief of some kind, because there are several items on that corpse.
Ooh.
Samal is going to suggest Tulak go get Physic, because he can see this wall, so he knows this room is much smaller than he actually thought it was. And then he'll
Yeah,
step
to the
into
south
room.
of here, you see another set of double doors that appear to lead where the blocked ones do as well, like a room in between.
So he's gonna.
And as you step in, Samal, too, you kind of, for the first time, take in this room, and it appears to be actually like a large chapel. And it feels colder and damper than elsewhere in the ruins already. And there are condensed beads on the walls that run in rivulets across countless skulls carved into the stone all along the whole stretch. And there are 3 short flights of steps that lead upward towards the north to a chamber where there is a semicircular dais that supports an altar of white stone. And beyond the altar loom 4 stained glass windows, each 20 feet tall and depicting 4 haunted scenes of ghosts rising from overgrown graveyards toward a 4-pointed orange star.
Orange star?
Yes.
Okay, as Tulak goes to get Physic, he will move further into the room. Ignoring the body for now. Up the steps to try and get like a good clean view of this room.
Okay. Tulak and Physic, I'm going to assume you've entered the room.
Yep.
Oh, yeah.
Tulak just goes and gestures to Physic, and they silently follow.
As you step out and probably begin to look at the corpse, and Samal rises up the 2 sets of steps that are ahead of him towards the dais, and as he hits the top level, he notices movement to his left and to his right as 2 elven corpses are already standing and turn and look at him.
Oh!
Piss.
We're getting spooky, baby. I was waiting for this.
And they look at you for a second very blankly before a blue glow starts to form in their eyes and mouth. And we're going to roll for initiative.
This is what I get for not starting with a fucking cleric. From here on out, every adventure we play, somebody rolls a cleric to start. This is fucking dumb.
Yeah. That's always the case, too. You always need a cleric.
It's classic. All right. Physic, what have you got?
17.
And Samal?
Samal, rolling rocks today, got a 4 for a 9.
Oh no. Tulak?
12 on the die for a 15.
Okay. And let's get ourselves at the top of the round. It's going to be Physic. Stemming the Tide is an actual play podcast of the Adventure Path Abomination Vaults and is produced by the Uncharted North Network. Stemming the Tide uses trademarks and/or copyrights owned by Paizo Inc., used under Paizo's community use policy. We are expressly prohibited from charging you to use or access this content. Stemming the Tide is not published, endorsed, or specifically approved by Paizo. For more information about Paizo Inc. and Paizo products, visit paizo.com. Music is composed by Will Savino and artwork by Greyhood. Stemming the Tide is recorded remotely using Foundry Virtual Tabletop. If you wish to connect with us or support this project and projects to come, we can be found at unchartednorth.ca, patreon.com/unchartednorth, and on all major social media platforms. Links to all credits can be found in the episode description and our website. Thanks for tuning in.